this tutorial, we're going to build a mini chatbot in Python using the GPT-2 model. This chatbot can take your input, respond intelligently, and maintain a conversation. By the end of this video, you'll have your very own interactive chatbot that you can run locally in Python. Let's import the necessary libraries. We'll need Torch, which is the core library for deep learning, and transformers from Hugging Face, which gives us access to pre-trained models like GPT-2. We also import pipeline from transformers, which will make it super easy to create our chatbot. So type import Torch and from transformers import pipeline. Next, we create our chatbot pipeline. Using the pipeline function, we specify text generation as our task and GPT-2 as the model. We also pass device equals 1 if you have a GPU, otherwise it will default to CPU. This setup loads the GPT-2 model and gets it ready to generate text responses. So type chatbot equals pipeline, text generation, model equals GPT-2 inches, device equals 1. Prepare conversation list. Now, we need a list to store the conversation history. This will help the chatbot keep context and remember previous messages in the chat. We create an empty list called conversation. Conversation equals. Every time the user inputs something, we'll append it to this list, and the chatbot will use it to generate the response. To make our chatbot interactive, we need a loop that keeps asking the user for input until they decide to quit. We use a while true loop for this. Inside the loop, we get the user input with input u. This will display u in the terminal and wait for the user to type something. Next, we add a condition to exit the chat. If the user types exit, quit, or bye, we want the chatbot to say goodbye and stop. We do this with an if statement. If user underscore input lower in exit, quit, bye, and then print chatbot goodbye, followed by break to exit the loop. This ensures our chatbot can end the conversation gracefully. If the user doesn't want to exit, we store their message in the conversation list. We do this with conversation append f user underscore input. This adds the user's message along with a label user to keep the conversation structured. Later, GPT-2 will see this context to generate a relevant reply. Now, we need to prepare the context string that GPT-2 will use to generate a response. We join all messages in the conversation list with line breaks using n join conversation. Then we add n chatbot at the end, because we want the model to complete the response as if it's the chatbot speaking. So the code is context equals n join conversation plus n chatbot. Asterisk. Now comes the exciting part. Generating the response. We call our chatbot pipeline with the context, set max underscore new underscore tokens to 100 to limit the response length, and truncation equals true to handle long inputs. The code looks like this. Context, max underscore length equals 100, num underscore return underscore sequences equals 1, pad underscore token underscore id equals 50256, do underscore sample equals true, top underscore k equals 50, top underscore p equals 0.95, temperature equals 0.7. This returns a text output generated by GPT-2. Note that it may include everything in the context, so we need to extract just the chatbot's reply. To get the chatbot's actual reply, we split the response at chatbot and take the part after it. We also strip extra spaces and stop at the first new line. This ensures we only show the reply without repeating the conversation. The code is bot underscore reply equals response split chatbot -1 strip, split, and 0. Now we have a clean response from the chatbot ready to display. After getting the bot's reply, we add it to our conversation list with conversation, append. This way, GPT-2 will remember the response for future messages. And finally we print the chatbot's reply so the user can see it in the terminal. So we have the chatbot pipeline done. And we have the conversation loop done. Then we have the context set and response structured. Then finally the bot's reply set. Now, run the program and test it. Type a greeting, ask questions, and see how GPT-2 responds. You can type anything, and the chatbot will generate replies using the conversation context. It takes a while to fire up for the very first time when we run this chatbot. So let's wait, and by that time remember, this is one of the simplest implementation where we have used GPT-2, and that's not a very good model for conversational type of chatbot, but we are trying to understand the concept involved here in making this chatbot. There you go. Now our chatbot is ready to take inputs. Let's test this out. There is where we start conversation. I just typed hi, and we got some gibberish reply. At least it replied. Let's see how to improve this. And you might see something like this when you try. Understanding the error is very important when you actually want to learn. Let's stop this program, and as we see here, it's asking to use truncation and max length in error. Let's get rid of some parameters that are not needed, so we would remove this and update the context, and set max_new_tokens equals 100, and also set truncation equals true. Once that's done, we will try to fire up the chatbot once more and see how it behaves. I would close all the terminal so we see a refreshed terminal when it fires up. Would have to wait for a few seconds so that it builds fresh and then fires up the chatbot, so let's wait now. Sit tight, we are almost there. There you go again. Let's try some inputs. I said hi and the chatbot is now thinking to reply. Okay, so we have a reply from the chatbot, and if you read the response clearly, it's better than what we had earlier, an improved version. Let's ask to tell a story. See, it tried to respond in a better way now. So the point here is, since we are using the basic conversational GPT, it's not that great reply. Now it's just a matter of improving the chatbot by using a better conversational trained model present in market. Just say goodbye and your chatbot says bye and it closes the conversation. Hope this made the concept of how a chatbot is made a bit clear now. Follow for more.